Hi, I'm Mark Hauff from PD Hauff & Son dairy farming operation in southern KZN near Ixopo, and today we're going to be talking about a major mower that we use to top our pastures with. So how we got to using a major mower is probably I think 5 or 6 years ago. Everyone seems to be looking for the ultimate mower because it's a very tough job to top pastures. And doing some research, I approached Valtrac through Bronwyn and Win after finding this mower online and asked them if they would look at importing them. And they made contact with Major Mowers in Ireland and brought the mower in for us along with some other mowers. The way this mower has impacted our farming routine and what we had hoped to do was cut down on the number of tractors and mowers we needed to follow the cows. In summer we're grazing about 16 hectares a day, which we want to top and follow. And we were looking for a mower that had a bit more capacity with the horsepower of tractor that we had and just get the job done a bit quicker, and at the same time halfway between a topper and some of the traditional mulchers that use a lot of power. This one mulches the grass but isn't as power hungry, so we could get through the job a bit quicker and more efficiently and more diesel efficiently as well. The main purpose of the major mower for us is to top pastures behind cows. You can set the heights, and we have one height setting where we're just topping, and maybe when we're coming to re-establish pastures and we want to mulch down lower, we can drop it down a bit lower, drop the speed and really mulch the grass rather than topping. So you've got a bit of a play between topping a pasture and mulching a pasture quite aggressively. So the beneficial features I find is obviously just the capacity that we can get off the size tractor we have, the width of operation and the job it does, doing a mulching function as well as topping without the power requirement of some of the more traditional mulchers. I liked it because of the roller on the back of the mower, where it can walk itself over pivot ruts, where pivot ruts can be quite troublesome for a lot of mowers that have wheels on them. In terms of reliability, the mower's done a lot of work over 4 years. Like all mowers, it's a very tough job they're doing, so it's been really good. We've had one issue with it in terms of, I think where it's designed in Ireland, they don't have the foreign annual grasses that we do that come in that are like trying to mow a fishing line. But we modified and changed that bearing on the roller, and that's taken care of that. Otherwise, the actual mower itself is very well built. It's fully galvanized, so the actual main frame of the mower and gearboxes and that have held up really well. The challenges, as I mentioned, is just the bearings on the back rollers, with the issue of our foreign tough grasses getting into those bearings, and we've modified that, and that's worked out well. And then from the beginning, I think the mowers did have an option to come in with a leading wheel on the mower, which we didn't do, and subsequently we got those built here, and those really changed how easy it was to operate the mower. It just makes it flow over the contours and you don't get it bottoming out on contours, and it's just much easier for the operator. So that was probably the best thing we did, was put the leading wheels on the front of it. Efficiency wise, it was covering 3 platforms, dairy platforms, where we previously had 3 tractors covering that. We can pretty much get round with one if we're following on a daily basis. So instead of having 2 tractors operating full-time mowing, we have one. In terms of outperforming our expectations, it's lasting well, but compared to other mowers we've owned over the same period doing the same job. It's obviously had repairs along the way and replaced bearings and stuff like that, but the actual main frame is doing well. Before we put the leading wheels on, we were slightly disappointed of how it followed. Since we put those on, then yeah, it's surpassed our expectation. I would recommend it to other farmers in terms of the efficiency, depending on what size tractor you're running, but to get the efficiency out of your tractor behind the cows. And I definitely recommend it as long as you've got the leading wheels on the front of it.